Okay, good evening.
Is this a work meeting?
This is the Jefferson Township Board of Trustees work session. It's Tuesday, November the 2nd, 2021. The time is 6 p.m. I'd like to welcome everybody in attendance and would you all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Trustee McGuire is present. Trustee Mann?
Present.
Trustee McLaughlin?
Present.
Okay, we have a quorum present for the work session. Okay. This time, we have a moment of silence to honor the military, firefighters, road workers, and sheriff deputies as they serve our community here abroad. Thank you. All right, getting into any old business, trustees.
Are we gonna, no, okay. Go ahead.
Mr. McLaughlin?
No.
Okay, new business. All right, Chief, you want to get back into the discussion regarding payroll?
Yeah, that'd be good. I got a letter, an email, from Wells Fargo thanking me, for choosing Wells Fargo, and an account would be set up. 10 minutes later, I got another email, Wells Fargo, thanking me for a new account and everything be set up. 15 minutes later, I get an email stating that my account would be set up with Second National Bank in Greenville, and that's where we've always done our business ever since we've been in Greenville. And then just a couple months ago, Park National Bank bought the Second National Bank out. So,
Can I ask a question? I'm a little confused. So is Wells Fargo is the parent company of both these banks?
no, Wells Fargo, my account was hacked.
Okay.
So, this person that hacked it said, my checking account and my routing number, bank account, my routing number, they left the bank account number, but they changed the routing number.
Okay, that makes sense.
So they wanted the money to go into Wells Fargo. Then, something occurred. Wells Fargo sent me, 10 minutes later, sent me another email saying, thank you again for your business and we'll create your account. And probably 15 minutes later, then I get one from Paycor stating that my account would be set up with them. And I never asked for Paycor to change anything. Prior to this, Tracy asked me about Wells Fargo Bank. I said, I don't do any business with Wells Fargo. My wife don't either. Matter of fact, we don't have any Wells Fargo Bank in Greenville. So then she said, well, you got another one. I said, okay, but my money's not going to Wells Fargo, it's going to Second National, which is Park National now.
So in And your bank changed changed owners? Your bank, the bank you deal with, it sounds like they changed names.
Went from Second National Bank to, Park National Bank.
So, do you know, your account number should stay the same, right? Did your number stay the same in that kind of situation?
The account number stayed the same,
Uh-huh.
except the routing number
Oh, okay.
was different.
Okay, I follow you now. Okay, continue on, sorry.
So Tracy says, my account was hacked. So my wife got a serious attitude. So I said, don't argue with me. I talked to Tracy about it. She's the one that screwed up. And then I give her Tracy's number. I said, you want to talk to Tracy? You call Tracy.
Did she?
Yeah, she did.
Okay,
Yeah, she did.
okay.
Boy, she punched the number out. When she was sitting on the couch, and she got up, and she went out in her office. I didn't even go out there. She come back in, and she says, Tracy has got everything taken care of.
Okay.
Except, I said, where's my check?
Is this past, at this point in time, are we past payday, so to speak?
Oh, yes,
Okay,
oh, yes.
we're past payday, okay.
Everybody got their check except
Okay, okay.
me. Because I asked everybody to work. I called them, I asked them Friday. I called Saturday, I called Sunday. Everybody got paid,
Okay.
except me.
Today is.
And,
As in
Crystal
this-
Dennis got paid also?
Is that the one, the resignation?
Yeah.
If she worked, then she would've got paid. I haven't talked to her.
Well, she, according to this letter, she has not, oh, I'm sorry, let me back up. Okay, she resigned, but I think she resigned because she didn't get paid. But anyway, we'll get back on that, go
That's a
ahead.
different, I think that's a different matter, man. I think it's different
She
matter.
resigned because, she didn't think it was this size of a department. And she didn't think she could handle this size of department, making that many runs. Because she runs with Tri-Village and New Madison in Dark County.
Okay, all right.
Okay, that's a totally different matter than what we're talking right here, chief, right? That's a different matter than what we're discussing here. Let's continue what we're talking about here.
So, she, after my wife hung up, she come back in, and she says, I talked to Tracy, and Tracy said that somebody had hacked my account, but she's gonna get everything taken care of.
Your numbers haven't changed, right?
No.
I mean, okay, so, okay, continue, I'm sorry, I didn't interrupt you.
But somebody, whoever hacked my account, changed the routing number, the last 3 or 4 digits on the routing number, and that was the whole thing. That's how they found it.
Hey, so you've been banking, Jim. You know, I mean, I don't do this stuff too. So where's the liability? If somebody's out X amount of dollars that, okay, so X amount of dollars is out there someplace, where you're paid. So do we know for sure that's left our hands? This money's left our hands, correct? It's gone someplace.
It's gone someplace.
So, I mean, it's not his, aren't we liable?
Well, what we need to do is get him a check
I agree with that 100%.
and give it to him.
ASAP, like tomorrow morning. Yeah, I'm 100%, I agree with that 100%. He needs
And
paid.
then the other part of that, either his bank or law enforcement will take care of the rest of it.
I agree with that. Okay, does that sound okay, Jim? I mean,
For that.
okay.
So you haven't filed a police report on being hacked or anything?
My wife was going to call, Greenville Police Department and talk to them about it. She's already notified the bank of it. And she checks her banking account 2, 3, 4 times a day.
Okay.
She's always done this.
Okay.
But she said nothing that she could tell has been taken out.
Is this the same account it's asking? The
Yeah.
one she's looking at is the same account this money goes to?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Well, so what's it take from us? Do we have to do a resolution? What do we have to do to
Well,
get paid?
I don't know, because you've got, we we cut a bulk check to Paycor.
Yes.
So it's about like 35.
Right, okay.
Pay cycle. Paycor distributes the money via the routing number and the payroll, so I don't know. It should all be federally insured, but who ends up initiating that process? But I'm sure this is not the first payroll that's been hacked.
Right.
But the bigger thing is, I don't understand why it would get changed without his authorization.
Well, that sounds like some kind of internal control that we need to make sure is in the loop. That nothing can be, so from reading your thing here, somebody changed some numbers
Well, I don't care
without
about,
your permission. And that, we need to have internal control. That, if a number's being asked to be changed, a routing number, a bank account number, a deduction, say you have a new deduction, you have to sign a piece, we need some kind of internal control, guys, that should happen without your signature.
Tracy kinda got a little bit hot a couple times when we was talking about the two banks. So I went into Paycor, and nothing's been changed with Paycor, except Second National Bank.
Let me say one thing here. I don't think we need to get into this because evidently I've seen a letter that you guys have not seen a letter because nobody's talked about it yet. There was some other things that were done, the letter that I seen.
Okay,
So I suggest that he gives us the figure that he needs for the check. And we tell Tracy, you need to write him a check. And then continue what's gonna happen. But we don't need to, there's something we don't have all the information, I'm gonna say, of what
Okay.
I've seen.
okay.
And that
First-
will take care of him.
Utmost and foremost, Tracy needs to cut him a personal, not Tracy personal check, a personal check from our account, a handwritten check, whatever that we sign,
Yeah.
instead of Paycor, and get it to him ASAP.
Yeah,
You
and-
need pay, you need pay. I mean,
and then
that's-
let him take care of that, however they take care of it. But that'll take care of him.
The bank's gonna have some paperwork to pay for. I mean, it's not a simple fix. I mean, let's get the employee paid and then we can sort out the rest. I mean, the banks are probably gonna have to trace it down. With that amount of money, it's probably isn't gonna flag, because usually banks are looking for stuff over 10,000 that's going offshore, but they'll have a process to trace all that down.
But it seems strange that my account was the only one
Okay,
that was active.
now, let me ask a question here, chief, and I'm not trying to be, okay, so you made a comment, you're the only one that's hacked. When you're saying that, you mean the only one hacked of the 50-some fire employees we have?
51 fire
What-
units.
Okay, have you asked, and I don't, you mentioned two different banks, one bank and then got bought out by another bank. In that sale, that transfer, that information, is there a chance that they got hacked, that more, I don't say that. Is there a chance that more people's accounts have been hacked in this transition thing that happened in that bank? And that might be something for the police to look at or somebody else to look
Yeah,
at.
that's up to Greenville.
Well,
That's up to Greenville.
yeah,
Police
yeah,
Department,
okay.
But I just, like the letter I wrote to you, I just want paid.
Yeah, and I understand 100%.
Unless you want my wife to come down here to see me. She can stand in here, I'll go out there. She's gonna be like you.
You're 5 days behind now, I count. It was last weekend, last Friday?
Yeah,
Yeah, so you're 5 days in arrears? Yeah, you need paid. I mean, a lot of people will be having stuff bounce, you know, yeah,
close.
yeah. So we're just going, in the regular meeting, just make a quick little motion to have, Doug, you give her the amount of, well, she ought to know what you're
She
ready.
knows.
She knows the amount.
Yeah.
Cut you a check tomorrow. Now I gotta work, I can't be here till late in the afternoon. If you two could swing by in the morning, as soon as Trace lets us know it's been signed, so I don't know if you two could swing in here and sign it so he can get it. I won't be here till late afternoon.
And she'll cut a check, we can make that happen.
Okay, done.
That's fine, yeah.
Okay. Any other new business, trustees?
Well, what's on the thing here, this resolution to approve fire EMS classifications, pay score. I thought we did this. What's?
It's in a regular meeting packet, but I think,
It says work session. Oh, it's in the packet, okay, I got you, I'm sorry. Okay.
Can I say something?
Yeah,
In the regular meeting, you'll have a resolution of Crystal Dennis, an emergency medical technician. She has resigned. She hadn't worked the shift yet, that I know of. She resigned because it's more than what she thought she could handle.
I got 2 copies of this, you guys, one of you guys missing a copy? I just get, I gave an extra one by mistake. Just because I have an extra one, I don't know if you guys are missing one.
No, I got one.
Do you have one, Jim? Do you need one? Okay, I'm sorry, sorry, Doug, continue.
No problem.
Leaving in good standing, so are you making a certain point, Doug?
She just thought we didn't have that many runs in the paperwork that come with each run.
Okay,
She runs at Tri-Village in New Madison, up in Dark County.
okay,
And she's good at what she does, but she couldn't believe the number of runs that we make.
okay.
So she said she would resign and possibly come back later.
Are you okay with this?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go back to what we were talking about there, Jim. It looks like it's on the work session paper. I thought we passed this last meeting, that resolution for the EMS, we discussed that in quite a bit of detail. Did we approve that in the last meeting or not?
Viewed and attached document, detailed update, additional descriptions that need to be made in current payroll dates. So I think this is just to tighten up what we passed on the 22nd, the way this reads.
Oh. Instead of having everybody's on it, just the people that, Chief, have you looked at this? Are you good with this? As long as you're good with it. Okay.
Yeah, because we had some people, how should I say it, Mike? We had some people that was getting paid too much, and we had some people that was being overpaid for the pay scale, but we've got all that ironed out now.
Okay. So,
And it all depends what their certification level is.
So we need any other discussion on this, so that way we can breeze through the regular meeting on it.
have you looked over this resolution? Are you happy with it, Chief?
Is there anything else you want from me?
I don't think so.
All right, hey, hang on just a second, we got one question, let me look at the, are we, okay. As far as the engine, the tanker, we're okay? Jim, that's going okay?
The engine tanker, yes.
Heritage, I just saw an email, Heritage sent a one-page letter that needed signed, did you see that? It looks like, it's some sort of like model spec or something.
Yeah, they wanted the paint code. I called them this week, give them the paint code.
Are no fire engines the same color? No? Okay. I'm not a fireman, so, yeah.
When Roy got them 3, and with the new quick attack, they're 2 different colors.
Okay.
I like to keep the colors the same.
Okay, good. Is that what you saw, Jim, the code? Is there something else that you saw that you have no question?
No, more like it said it's like a manufacturing code, but there wasn't much to the letters, but I can call the rep. I saw the emails, I'll bring it up at the meeting, but I can get that taken care of tomorrow.
Okay.
Now, the other thing pertaining to the tools, the price from Halco for the tools, the invoice, has been sent to Dee at the grain company. So the only thing she has to do is forward that to the federal government within 2 to 3 business days. Then she'll get the money back, and then that will be passed on to Tracy. Tracy will not allow us to get the equipment until a purchase order is issued, and before a purchase order is issued, she has to have money in hand. So since she's arguing about this, we're not gonna get the tools now until November 17th.
Before we receive them in the house.
And see, we wanted the tools for Thursday night. Put a display of the new tools that was got by the grant money, which you 3 trustees approved. That's not gonna happen. So I got that worked out, with Alco and, with Kurt. So November 17th, you should be receiving the tools if Halco gets checked. You still gotta pay 5% of the total of the grant, just like the medic, and the engine, gotta pay 5%.
We had a 5% set aside someplace, correct? I mean, it's allocated, that's not a surprise to you. You're expecting to have to pay that out of your department someplace.
Yeah,
Right.
5%, yes, sir.
Okay, we're good. Thank you.
What about the medic?
That was another round. But the medic, will receive that, since it's been drawn out so long, we'll receive that July, August of next year. The engine, since that was drawn out since, 2019, we won't receive that until 2023.
Okay, so you're saying the medic, all the paperwork's been done for the medic?
Yes, Dee Dee has to do her job, then everything should be good. Because the only thing Dee Dee's gotta do is, send the invoice to the federal government, 2 to 3 days, she'll get the money back, and that goes back to Tracy.
Okay.
Then you gotta pay 5% of the total cost on that. We're getting a lot of good equipment in, but the hoops we gotta go through is something else. But other than that, about it.
Well, I guess, I mean, everything has a bad point. I hope we make this a learning experience so we don't go through this again.
When AFG starts back up, we're going to apply for a hose roller and 2 new hose dryers, 1 for each station. Because they're antiques. And it takes so long to dry the hose. Or if people put the turnout gear in there, which it has bars across the top so you can hang your turnout gear to dry it. It takes so long to dry them. The new dryers will have them dried between 24 and 48 hours. With these old dryers, I'm not shitting you, you take 4 to 5 days. It just depends how wet they are, yes.
Okay. Okay.
And the hose takes longer now.
So that's what you're, we're going to go with the next grant, that's what you're applying for, the next grant?
Yes.
Cool, okay,
Yes.
good deal. Stuff we need,
And Dee Dee said we should not have a problem getting that.
good deal, okay.
All right, then, since we're still here, let's, your opinion on that medic that's sitting down at the garage. Do we wanna throw that in the mix at some point here? Cause you're talking, we done spent, you're talking a few years anyway.
Well, since it's gonna be next year before we get the new one. I think we're better off if we go ahead and trade that in on the new one. And cut the cost. We probably will get 15 to 20,000 out of it, but you're not gonna get no more. The lady down there, Fraser, said that she would take it in as trade-in. Said there won't be a problem with that.
Are we speaking one they just remounted, which one are we speaking of?
The other unit that's down at 50 at the garage. The,
Oh, it's a Dayton garage?
no, it's our
59?
road garage. Is that?
Oh, that one?
Kodiak,
Oh,
that's the Kodiak.
No, not the Kodiak. We got one more medic that we have not, we were trying to decide what we're gonna do with it. Where's that medic?
down 59, we got the old one.
Okay, it's the.
Then there's that old one down there at the road garage,
Yeah, not that one.
down in Union. It's in the barn down there. We might as well get rid of that.
Now, there's some reason
That's
I'm
not funny.
holding on to that unit now. So you gotta make sure you don't get rid of it too soon, but there was a reason.
I think the reason that we kept the Kodiak was it made our application for a grant more attractive because of the age of the equipment, but that was a Mickey Smith recommendation, and we're not working with him now, so. But I think that that was the rationale, because we're showing that we're using a late 80s medic, kind of justifies a need for a new one.
Well, since you've already been granted the new one, then we could get rid of that Kodiak and give the more room to the road guys. And then we still got one down at 59.
So can you?
Which one are you speaking of, when you say 15 or 20, they said they take for trading, which one are you speaking of for that?
Down at Station 59.
That one, okay, I
The
just,
one
I want
we-
clarification, thanks.
The one we use as a backup.
Okay, okay.
So I guess the next step here is to, if you think the Kodiak can go, double check that and get us a resolution to obsolete it. So that way we can put it on the market or dispose of it.
I think you need to hold off before you jump the gun here on that. It's not bothering anyone, it's sitting there, and that's where we got in problems on this tanker deal. Because if anything comes back, you still got the unit. You can always
Okay.
get rid of it.
I mean, yeah, that Kodiak has saved us a bunch of times, even though
Yeah.
it's oldie.
Good point, Roy. Yeah.
And we could do the same thing with the old ambulance down 59. We could keep that until the new one gets done. Then ship that one by truck down to Fraser in Texas. And then the truck could bring the new one back here, that way there's no mileage on it.
And that take a trade in, but you're not gonna get the trade in until you're ready to give us a new one. I mean,
Right.
Yeah, okay.
How many medics do we have now?
We got two at 60 and the one down there at 59. The old Fraser down there.
So with this new one, it'll be four medics.
Well, when the new one's is just about completed, we're going to take the old one. I would like to take the old one down to Fraser, trade that in, pick up the new one and bring it back here. So we'll have 3 good ones then. And the 2 generators for the 2 ambulances at 60, we have not got in yet. That's the one that caught on, one of them that was caught on fire. So the one ambulance does not have a generator working. And they said the generators are probably on the boat.
In the harbor, huh?
In the harbor,
Yeah, someplace, yeah.
in LA. But that's what I think I got.
All right, thanks, Steve.
Any other new business, trustees?
All
No,
right.
I don't have anything else.
All right, someone like to make a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn work session.
I'll second.
We are adjourned at 6:30.